What's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Retail Nightmares. Tonight on Retail Nightmares, we're going to take a look at the most spoiled kids or entitled Karens of all time. These are moments where these spoiled kids or entitled Karens don't get their way, and they get shut down for their awful behavior. Now we have a lot of spoiled kids to get through, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so this Uber driver had some very spoiled Karens in his passenger seats. Basically, they were being very disrespectful in the back seat and abusing the Uber driver during their ride. The gentleman actually calls them spoiled, and they completely snap at him. They tell him that they want to throw hands and assault him. They start abusing him and obviously start recording him too. These Karens are one of the most spoiled kids I have ever seen, and even though it is this gentleman's job to drive Uber, he does have the option to kick them out of his car, but instead he gives them the benefit of the doubt and tries to get them to their destination while they sit there threatening to assault him, abusing him, and belittling him. These girls then posted this online looking for some sympathy or people to agree with them that they're in the right, when in reality they were super disrespectful, eating, drinking in his car, kicking their feet up and lounging around while abusing and threatening to fight this gentleman driving the Uber. And it wasn't until he said they were spoiled 4 or 5 minutes into the clip that he had even retaliated to any of the things they were doing, and that was enough to make them snap and want to beat him up. Let's have a look.
You're so rude. This is the most disrespectful Uber ride I've been in. The second one.
I called you twice.
Okay, and I explained to you that you couldn't get in touch with me because I changed my phone number.
Misunderstanding.
You just used word to me.
Okay, but we didn't curse you out or call you a name. Nobody said you're being an asshole like you're being an asshole right now.
You came and started with us. You could have been simply just quiet. As soon as we got in the car,
No.
you could have been quiet. Just let your
no.
steam out on your own, all right? You're rude as that's it. You shouldn't be an Uber driver then.
No.
Yeah.
You should not be taking
Mira, canto cabrón, don't start. Please don't start.
You should not be taking
It's too early for this.
You should not be taking Uber.
Trust me,
You are
we
just
won't.
too
I shouldn't be
spoiled
taking...
kids.
You shouldn't be driving.
Do you know
people.
how old I am?
You don't act that way.
I don't act... You're not acting your age. You're being disrespectful. Who the f sit here and call two females they just met little spoiled? You're a for saying that. How you feel about that?
I don't feel no way about it.
That's so
what
rude and disrespectful.
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
It's okay, because you know what? I'm diabetic. You're stressing me out right now and making me really upset. How can you be so rude to people you just met?
Okay, so this gentleman was at a sporting event and basically he had some food, and what had happened was everybody got up to cheer and he had accidentally spilled his food on this lady's coat. Obviously, she's not going to be very happy about the food getting spilled on her coat, but this gentleman apologizes profusely and tries to wipe it off her jacket. But apparently for this entitled Karen, that's not enough. This entitled Karen gets in his face and starts abusing him, threatening to assault him and demanding that he cleans the food off her property immediately. This gentleman shows so much remorse and is completely apologetic for the situation, but that's not good enough for this Karen. I don't know what more this Karen wants from this gentleman. You can tell that he is remorseful for what had happened, and it was a genuine mistake. And apparently this Karen thinks having this entitled attitude where she abuses him will get her stuff cleaner, even though he's already trying his best to defuse the situation while she sits there and abuses him. Let's have a look.
Get a napkin and wipe it off my hair. First it's in my hair, then it's on my clothes, it's on my boyfriend's shirt. You're gonna sit here like a apologize like a He can't stand up and apologize. Stand up and apologize to the man. I'm sorry, what?
Come on, man.
I couldn't hear you. I have it in my hair and on my coat.
Okay, so this young Karen was basically texting and driving all over the road very dangerously, and she was flagged down and told to basically get off her phone by this good Samaritan. This spoiled kid goes full Karen mode on this gentleman, telling her to stop texting and driving, and starts abusing him and threatening to sue him for recording her. That's when this Karen brings out her phone and goes live on Instagram to put them on blast and starts recording them, even though she said it's illegal for them to record her. She then sits there on her Instagram live abusing and threatening these people people, all because they told her to get off her phone and not text and drive. As I mentioned before, she was literally dangerously driving, swerving all over the road, and she can get in some serious legal trouble for what she was doing. Let's have a look.
Both of you.
Pull over
How
and
old are you?
text.
How old are
I
you?
could be your dad,
Ma'am,
yeah, lady.
I could press serious charges on you for recording me.
You're right.
Right.
You're
right.
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 You're so funny.
Right.
You're so funny.
You want to record?
You're so
Let's
funny.
record.
Yeah, social media.
Right. Look at these old motherfuckers, right? This little right here.
Why you so shaky,
right?
mama? Don't
right.
shake it.
Right. Right.
nervous?
Don't shake.
No.
Get up.
Not nervous because I'm mad as and if this was the streets, I would have bodied him.
Okay, so this spoiled Karen is a little bit crazy because basically she was demanding to go out shopping, but the woman that was going shopping didn't want her to come with her, so she decided to stand behind her car and block the driveway so she physically couldn't leave unless she let this Karen in her car to go shopping with her. Obviously that wasn't going to happen, so the gentleman comes outside to defuse the situation, and this Karen actually refuses to move, demanding to go shopping with her, and basically claims that if they want her to move off her property, that they'll have to call the authorities. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Tia, this is the third time she did this. She wants to make me crazy. She told me that she was going to take me out with her, and then she tried to sneak out the house and not do it a third time because she wants to make me crazy and stress me out because she's an evil person.
You do
So
realize
now I'm
that
gonna stand
you
here.
realize that
This
this
is-
makes you appear crazy, right?
Oh, it can.
And-
Look, if you called the police, they wouldn't even say
You
anything
do
to me.
recognize
They,
you're-
they wouldn't say
you're
anything to me
blocking-
except
you're
that she doesn't live here.
You do recognize you're also being recorded.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so this gentleman basically bought a frozen drink and he's acting like a complete child because after drinking the frozen drink, he decided he didn't like the flavor and demanded a refund or compensation for another flavor. You would think by his age, you would know by now what flavor he does and doesn't like, but apparently not because he got so agitated that he couldn't get a refund, even though there was literally nothing wrong with the drink, it just wasn't the flavor he liked. He definitely should have thought about that before he ordered it. Because of this reason, he takes his anger out on the employee who did nothing wrong but serve him the frozen drink. When the employee denies the refund or another flavor, this customer loses it, pulls out his phone and starts recording and belittling the employee because this man-child didn't like the flavor of his drink. Let's have a look.
So you're telling me I lost the money?
I'm
for the
telling
icy.
you spent your money on an icy that you have in front of you, and you didn't like the taste of it. So you're
It's kind
acting
of.
like
It's
a
actually
4-year-old
kind of. It's actually kind
in
of
the
water.
mall, in the center of the mall here. You're acting like a 4-year-old. You pulled out your phone, and you're trying to. I don't know what you're trying to do. If you're trying to be aggressive, passive aggressive,
Not
to
at
get
all.
another free drink.
No.
But
we don't want a
I'm
free
not-
drink.
Yeah, you just asked for.
We just want a refund. We want a
You're not
refund.
getting a refund because we don't offer.
Okay,
refunds,
how about an
as do
exchange?
most of these businesses
How about
in
an
the mall.
exchange for a
And
Coca-Cola?
as I said multiple times before, I'm not exchanging it for a Coca-Cola. You can throw it away if you choose to do so.
Okay.
But I'm not giving you a refund, and I'm not exchanging it. You're getting on my nerves. I told you now you need to either leave, throw it away, or I'm calling security.
You call security.
Okay.
So you say this is the Fox Hills Mall. No one gives a about our problems.
That's exactly what I said, and I meant it. Nobody gives a that you don't like your blue icy, that you paid $4.36 for. Like, what? That's your problem, man. You shouldn't have bought the icy if you didn't like the icy. It's an icy. They're all the same everywhere you go. That's your problem. Don't buy another one. You learned your lesson. We all make mistakes.
Okay, so at an apartment complex, basically this Karen has a designated parking spot and somebody has parked in it. I guess that's a pretty big deal, but to sit there in your car honking your horn for 5 minutes very early in the morning demanding that somebody move makes this a very spoiled Karen. A lot of people around her tried to give up their space, but she demanded her spot immediately, and when she wasn't going to get her way, she started abusing other people who had nothing to do with her spot being taken. I'm not even entirely sure if you can reserve spots. It might be a free-for-all, first come first served basis, but this entitled Karen was so angry that somebody took her parking spot that she literally sat there abusing everybody around her, and even though she was offered other parking spots, she didn't want it. She just wanted to honk her horn for several minutes very early in the morning, waking literally everybody up in the apartment complex. Let's have a look. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have enjoyed today's episode, please remember to subscribe and to turn notifications on.